What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Of course, you know, we're gonna be making another video about the red truck. Been doing a lot of work to it. So the next step in this process, I wanted to start getting the interior back together, but since I had the door panels off and the factory speakers were kind of junk, I decided I wanted to replace the factory speakers with some better aftermarket ones, I hope. So basically, it looks like this is the front speaker that came out of the front door, and this is the rear speaker that came out of the rear door. It looks like this speaker is a 6 3/4, and then this was a 6 1/2. But when I bought the aftermarket ones, I upgraded both to 6 3/4. So that was that. And then I got all this stuff off crutchfield.com. They do like car audio, and like I'm pretty sure they do a home audio as well. So the cool thing, what I like about Crutchfield, because I have bought some stuff for them in the past for like other vehicles, like I've bought a head unit, and I think I've bought some speakers from them too. And the cool thing about them is that when you buy, like, let's say a head unit or speakers, they usually give you the installation gear cheap, if not free. So in this case, since I bought 4 speakers from them, they gave me all the mounting brackets and the wiring harnesses for free. So I think I saved about 50 or 60 bucks there, because on Amazon, I'm pretty sure the brackets, they're like $10. Like these are $10. I think these are $10. So like I said, about 50, 60 bucks, I got it for free since I bought the speakers from them. So that's why I always go back to them. And that's why I like them better than, let's say, like buying the stuff off Amazon, or Best Buy, even though really all the prices are the same with the speakers. But like, since you buy the stuff from them, you get all this stuff for free. So like I said, you save a little bit of money, and you know, it was free shipping 2 days. So like I said, it's kind of almost like buying it off Prime, so can't beat it there. All right guys, so I'm back. So obviously, you know, the first step when you're removing speakers and putting them in, you obviously got to take the door panels off, but I already had the door panels off, so I can't really show you guys how to do that. It is fairly simple on these trucks. Couple bolts, and a lot of them pushed in with those push pins, so they come off pretty easy. But I did end up getting this side done. I got the new speakers in because I did have to do a little bit of modification to the brackets for the aftermarket speakers, so I kind of wanted to figure out how that went. But now, since I got the driver's side done and I tested them, they do work. So we're gonna go over to the passenger side, and I will show you guys exactly what I did. Over here on the passenger side, we will start with this driver's door. Basically, how this comes off, it's held on by one 7mm screw, and that's it. So we'll pop that out real quick. All right, so I'm pretty sure these are like glued in from the factory. So what you're gonna have to do is take like a little pry tool like this and just pop her out. I don't know if they're glued in, but they don't want to come out. So then once you get her out, then it's just got one plug right there, and the speaker will be right out. All right, so we're back over at the table, and this is the new speaker, and this is the wiring harness, or the little wires that come with the speaker. They make it pretty dumb proof. Obviously there's a ground, and there's a power, or a hot, or whatever you want to call it. Basically, they put 2 different connectors on there. They got, you know, this one, it's smaller than they got this one, so virtually you cannot hook it up to the speaker backwards. All right, so once you get those 2 hooked up to the speaker, like I said, they're basically dummy proof. They're 2 different size connectors, so you cannot hook them up backwards. What you do is you slide those on, then you can crimp them down, either with crimpers, or I just got a pair of linesman's pliers right here. And then basically what you do now, you just, obviously you got your ground and your hot. You take, this is the wiring harness for the truck, and then basically you hook up black to black, and then in this case white to gray, because obviously black is always ground. So I got that stripped down. So once you get everything crimped down and connected, I got these spliced right here, all good. So the next step would be we got to mount this speaker in this bracket. So basically what I learned is that these little tabs right here, you gotta break these off or cut them off. I just used my M12 die grinder, but I'm sure you could use like something else if you don't have that. All right, so once you get those tabs cut off, it should look something like this. It ain't really got to be perfect, but like I said, you know, this might be a little overkill for this job, but it works. So now, since you got the tabs cut, you just take the speaker, and it should just slide right in there. So once you get it in the bracket, it should look something like this. Sit nice and flush and everything. So basically, the bracket kit came with these screws right here. But I didn't like those, so I ended up using the screws that came with the speakers. They screwed right into this bracket pretty well. Everything is pretty sturdy, but since they are long, as you can see, they kind of stick out the back a little bit. I learned on the front you don't have to do this with the rear, but on the front speaker, you just got to trim that screw down slightly. So I just took my linesman and just put it flush with the back of the bracket and just clipped it, and it ended up fitting perfectly in the front. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. Like I said, every speaker is different, comes with different screws, but in this particular application, they were a little long, but they still work. So, all right, so I forgot to mention these little tabs right here. You can break those off as well. Like I said, you don't need them, so I forgot to mention that. But basically, to put it back in, it's the same opposite of taking it out. You just plug it back in, because that's the splice connector that came with it. Plug it back into your factory harness, and yeah, just bolt it back in, and then that's it. All right, so basically when it's in, it should look something like that. Nice and flush, nice and clean. So the front speaker is done. Moving on to the rear speaker. Basically the only difference back here is that instead of a 7 mil, it is a 10 mil. Same thing with this one. You got to pry it out. There you go. There you go. Just unplug it. All right, guys, I'm back over at the table, and this is for the rear speaker. Basically, the wiring and the way the wires go to the speakers, it's literally the same thing as the front. And then the bracket is about the same. You just got to cut these little tabs off. So the more that I thought about it, assuming those tabs are on there, so if you bought the 6.5 inch speakers, it's the same bracket, and then with the 6 3/4, because they screw in right here. All right, so once you get it all screwed in, like I said, it should look something like this, nice and flush and everything. I know this might not be a big deal, but on the front, I was able to get this little piece right here straight up and down with the bracket. But on the rears, for some reason, the way the holes lined up, if I did get it lined up, I was only able to get like 2 screws in there, and they weren't in there good. So this was the best way to put it in. And honestly, once you put the door panel on, you're not gonna be able to see it, so I don't think it affects the way the speaker works. I got the rear speaker back in the truck. Basically reverse process, plug it in, and then the one 10mm bolt, and that is it. It should be in there nice and flush, not wobbly, so that means that's good. We got all the speakers in, all 4 speakers in. I did not do the tweeters just because I have these A-pillar covers on, and I was gonna look into getting some tweeters, but honestly down the road I might end up painting these A-pillar covers to match the rest of the headliner and all that, but I wasn't ready, wasn't sure if I really wanted to do that yet. So the tweeters still work good, that's why I did not replace them. All right, guys, so it is that easy to put the speakers in this truck. Like I said, the whole process is, first, obviously you got to remove the door panels, but that was already off. And like I said earlier in the video, it is pretty easy to remove these door panels. And then obviously you can see it's pretty simple to install the new speakers. Everything was basically plug and play other than the little splicing I did, but it is only 2 wires, so it's pretty easy. It's a hot and a ground, so you really can't mess it up. And everything kind of explained it on the package, what wire was which. But all right, so that's going to conclude this video. I did want to just make a quick little video of me putting these speakers in the truck. I have seen other videos out there on YouTube of people putting speakers in these trucks, but I just wanted to show you guys my experience and how I did it, because every video I watched was a little bit different. So I just wanted to show you guys my experience. That's why I did it. Like I said, nothing hard, but I hope it was informational. I hope it was helpful. I learned a little bit doing it too with the speakers. Like it's not all rocket science, but it didn't really come with any direction, so you kind of got to look at it and have a little bit of common sense to figure it out. I did want to share this with you guys. I did make some YouTube short videos this past weekend. Those are on my channel if you want to go check those out. They're just kind of, I reviewed a product and did a couple things. So and then also I am going to post my TikTok down in the description, because I want to start getting into the TikTok and the shorts more, because I love making these long videos about the trucks and the welding projects and everything. But sometimes, like, if I get super busy with work and it's hard for me to come home and make a long video, because it takes a lot to put into these videos, you know, the time filming and mostly editing. So that's why, like I said, I'm still gonna make these long videos like this, because I really do enjoy it. I enjoy bringing and recording my journey and doing everything, because I enjoy watching other people work on their stuff. So that's why I love doing this. So I'm not saying I'm not doing these long videos no more. I'm just saying that I am gonna be doing more shorts and probably getting more into TikTok. So if you guys want to go check those out, those will be on my channel. Like I said, I'm gonna link my TikTok in the description. So my TikTok, I don't really have that many videos on there. And the ones that I do have on there, you guys, if you've been following my channel for a while, you know kind of the backstory on the truck, and it's kind of the same thing on there. So like I said, if you guys want to go check that out, that'd be really sweet. It'd mean a lot to me. Go follow me on TikTok or go check out my shorts if you want to, if you don't. But also, with that being said, if you made it this far in the video, if you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. You know, we're gonna have some more stuff coming out of the truck. Still got some more stuff to do. But like I said, that is all I got for you guys today. And thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time.